Hey everyone, I am Torvold, and here is the Orthrus, my favorite little ship. Such an awesome kitey missile ship. It's great, tons of fun. Today I'll be doing T3s with it. I use this thing a lot on my live streams. It's so much fun to do Abyssal PvP with. It's one of my most used ships, along with the Phantasm. Kind of the same concept as the Phantasm. Cheap, but still effective. Lots of fun to fly. Here's the fit right here. This is the cheap version of it, 250 mil. You can see the implants there. You do need that CPU unless you go the more expensive route and go faction ballistic control systems. So there's that option. But this is how you keep it cheap. And this is just if you want to farm T3s. This fit works perfectly fine. That implant is not expensive at all. It's like 5 million is for that implant. But here we go into the first T3 Dark. The name of the game with this ship is to kite. Stay away from things. Yeah, just stay away from stuff. You do not want to take much damage. You can see there is the Ancillary shield booster. That, of course, you're limited by the amount of charges you have. So that's one thing you got to remember when you're running this thing. But yeah, stay away from things. Priority targets when it comes to this thing, most importantly, is anything that does scrams. So you can see here, anchoring Damavik, I made that my priority just because I do not want to be locked down. Tanglings can catch me, but anchorings will shut off my Microwarpdrive, so I want to get those off the field. Then once that's down, this is kind of the easy one because these are the Harrowing Velas and not just the Harrowings. The Velas actually do less damage than the actual Harrowings because these have drones, whereas the normal Harrowing, the non-Velas, those only have weapon systems, no drones. So these guys do less damage, especially in darks, because their drones do not apply as well. You can see they're still hitting me right here. Yeah, no problems right here. You can see I'm staying away from that Vedmak, and this is the same tactic you'd use against the normal non-Velas. You would use the same stay away from the anchorings, get away and kite away from them, and just deal damage. You are doing rapid lights, which honestly you would not use rapid lights in higher tiers. I think they work tier 3, maybe tier 4, but tier 5 you would not be using rapid lights because the sheer amount of NPCs and going through the reload that many times you'll run out of time. So when you get into the higher tiers, the Orthrus, maybe you can make it work. I've never seen a tier 5 Orthrus fit. I doubt it would work. I mean, you could probably throw some bling on there and do it, but for me, this is just a nice, easy T3 ship. Depending on your skills and how much ISK you have, if you're not one of those people who want to go for T5s, if you just want to do, just want to stay at like the T3 level and you want some variety, this is a good one. I use it, like I said earlier, I use it a lot for Abyssal PvP. The version of this I use, instead of that Nanofiber mod in the low slot, I use 4 ballistic control systems, and I use faction, so I put quite a bit of money into it. But I use that a lot for Abyssal PvP. It's a lot of fun, and I get some cool kills with it. I think most notably my best kill with my Orthrus was about a 3 billion-ish total Gila one time. I did it was a funny situation that happened with it, but I killed a Gila. And it was really no problem at all. I was able to wreck the Gila, and between the ship and the pod, I'm pretty sure it was someone who took the wrong gate, but it happened, and I got the kill with my little, I'd say 700 million-ish Orthrus with the faction stuff on there. But there you see the first room is completed. Name of the game's Kite. Obviously, turrets, non-missile weapon systems suffer in dark sites, so that's to your advantage. You are kiting around. Here we got the just face-wrecking battle cruisers that will absolutely annihilate you at close range. So, name of the game, Kite. Stay away from them. Don't mess with them. Most importantly here, take out the snare casters first. That way they can't lock you down and slow you down. Obviously, they're snare casters. They're only going to web you, but you still don't want to deal with webs. You don't want to be slowed down at all. You want to be able to move as fast as possible. Funny thing is, you actually have to, with this ship, even though you want to kite, you still want to stay in range of the 44 kilometers that your weapons have. basically you can't go too fast. Like right now you can see I'm 60 kilometers away from those battle cruisers. That's not good. That's way too far. You want to pay attention to how fast you're going. A big one that I really need to hit on here. Pay attention to where you're flying. You do go, I mean, you can see here I'm going 3,400 meters a second. That barrier comes up a lot quicker than you think, and there is a lot less warning. For those of you who've never experienced it, the Abyssal dead space is a 150 kilometer sphere, okay? And the gate is not always in the center. It's over the gate somewhere randomly in that sphere. And the boundaries that separates you from the Abyssal the Abyssal depths, it only appears once you get close enough to it. It shows up as a red netting. So when you're going through 3,400 meters a second because you got a Microwarpdrive and you're in a dark site, that barrier can come up really quickly. So you got to watch that. It's very important that you pay attention to your piloting in this thing. It's easy to get sidetracked, especially if you're manually piloting and trying to kite away. My default go-to with really anything is orbit the gate at 30 kilometers. When I enter a site, I automatically orbit that gate at 30 kilometers. That way, 2 reasons. It gets me moving. It gets me moving ASAP. I don't have to sit there and analyze the situation and figure out what I want to do. I just go ahead and orbit that gate. First thing I do when I get in the site. Second of all, it gives me that moment to kind of figure things out. So instead of jumping into the site and looking around and figure out where I want to fly and what I want to do, I go ahead and do that orbit. That way I can just go ahead and once my ship is moving, make the determination from there. So say I've got a bunch of newts in front of me and I want to fly away. Okay, well I just turn around and fly away from them. Or say there's a battleship that I need to get under their guns. Okay, I'm already moving. I'm not sitting still. Figure out what that range is for you, how you want to do that. But yeah, most importantly, you just want to keep moving. As you can see, there's no issues whatsoever kiting these guys. But yeah, just get moving, especially in these kitey ships. This thing is not very strong. This thing's tank is not great. It does a horrible job tanking. So you definitely do not want to get under anything, or you don't want to get you don't want to take any face shots with this thing, basically. But as you can see, kiting easily. I am having some troubles keeping that thing at my preferred range, or at my missile range of 44 kilometers. So just realize that. Pay attention to where you are. This is Abyssal Dead Space on fun mode, because you are actually flying your ship. There's more interaction here. There's more knowledge and skill required than some other ships, basically because of what you're doing. It's still pretty easy. I mean, running these are no problem. You can see that I do have all 4 different missile types in my inventory and my cargo hold. So dark sites have no specific weather resistance penalty. It's basically it's just the speed bonus and then the tracking penalty to turrets. So bring all 4 missile types, that way you can switch it up. Don't switch up mid magazine. Go ahead and unload. Oh, here we go. We got a Leshak room to finish off with. These are I love Leshak rooms. These are always so much fun. Yeah, 2 starving Leshaks, 1 renewing. I do have the Ancillary, so basically just overheat missiles and kill these starvings ASAP. Get all damage on them, bring them down. You can still run your Ancillary without cap, so remember that. But yeah, all 4 missile types. So you do not want to fire a couple missiles, realize you're firing the wrong one, and then switch ammo mid-magazine. Go ahead, finish out your rounds, fire all the missiles, put auto reload off, and then once you finish your magazine, reload to whatever applicable damage type you want to deal to the NPCs. Very important. You do have a 35-second reload time. You do not want to be sitting there reloading after only firing like 5 or 6 shots. You definitely want to finish out your magazine and then reload. But yeah, auto reload off. Right click your missile icons down there, set auto reload off, and then once you're done firing all 20 shots, reload the correct damage type. So yeah, bring all 4 missiles. You can bring faction missiles. That's not a bad idea. That could actually help you out. But that is it. This is the T3 Orthrus in a nutshell. Very easy, a lot of fun. I love this thing. It's great entertainment, great content, both just farming sites. Yeah, both with farming sites and PvP eventually. You can see here I am heading to the Proving Grounds. As I was recording this video, I saw the Proving Conduit and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take it. So there we have it. There is the T3 Dark Orthrus. I'm going to make another video with the with what happens in that Proving Conduit at the end of this video. You'll be able to see that. But there that is. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm going to leave the fit in the description below. If you've enjoyed this, you like my content, please subscribe, like. If you have any feedback for me whatsoever, leave it in the comments. I would love to hear it. I want to improve any way I can, and these videos are to help people. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the Abyss.